You know what I love more than any other news segment in the entirety of my life, reacting to some good news, especially about Japanese manga and all that stuff. This article was by Dextero and all that stuff, which revealed and all that. This was dated a day ago and all that, and probably 2 days by the time this video gets out and all that stuff. And long story short, Dextero asks Oda, who is Oda, the what creator One Piece. He's very fan friendly, especially to like manga artists, manga journalists, and all that stuff. He's very fan friendly and all that stuff. Anyway, long story short, he was asked the question about what was behind Monkey D. Luffy's inspiration for Gear 5, which was the latest power he got like back in April and all that stuff. Which is spoiler alert if you do not want to be spoiled on One Piece here. I would highly recommend you click off this video if you've not read the entirety of the One Piece manga or anime. I highly recommend it. Anyway, let's continue. Continue here. Yeah, the Gear 5. I followed the One Piece manga very intensely since COVID. I've read the entirety of it all the way up to the present day, and when I saw Monkey D. Luffy entered Gear 5, which was pretty interesting indeed. Pretty interesting and all that stuff, and long story short and all that. And he used it to beat the bad guy of Wano country, of course. And then Oda was asked this question here recently, since July, of course, marks 1 year since Oda announced the end, the final saga arc and all that. So it would be perfect coincidence, of course, for Dextero here, who I'm crediting here throughout this whole video, asked Oda about what was the inspiration behind Monkey D. Luffy's Gear 5 ability, which had been recently added to the One Piece manga storyline this April. And Oda revealed that of course, in that regards to all that, it was the fact that it was actually Tom and Jerry, the American cartoon Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was really the influence on behind Monkey D. Luffy's Gear 5 move set, which to me I'm not surprised, because I mean there's a couple for me, Tom and Jerry's like a I'm pretty sure it's got to be international stage for the most recognized American cartoon of all time. It's got to be at this point, man. But yeah, it is very interesting that Oda had said that Tom and Jerry was the influence for Monkey D. Luffy's recent ability and all that stuff, in the manga line. And for me, it is very interesting. And as a One Piece fan and all that, since I've been reading One Piece since the pandemic, of course, and all that, and I find it very interesting, of course, that he said that. And for me, I'm not surprised, because, like I said, Tom and Jerry is one of the most recognizable symbols of American cartoons right there, since Tom and Jerry existed long before some of my favorites back in the 2000s, long before that. And it is very interesting to hear him say that, of course, that kind of thing. And yeah, it was very interesting indeed for him to come out and say that. And they say, and of course, throughout the article here and all that, I'm not gonna read it entirely and all that, but I'll just give some general highlights about this article and all that. It talking about how Oda would always do myth stories, that kind of thing. His certain mythologies would inspire him to in his work and all that, which is like in fictional settings too and all that stuff, which makes total sense. You got to keep flavor to the story and all that stuff. And it's all very very interesting indeed. And yeah, it is truly interesting indeed and all that Tom and Jerry was the real influence behind Gear 5. But for me, I'm not surprised he would come out so soon to say what was the real inspiration for it. Usually over the years and all that, from what I've gathered and understood by other articles other than Dexter Toe, they all said that usually Oda would not reveal things about certain abilities to sometimes many years later, and then that kind of thing. But yeah, it is nice to see Oda, being fan friendly, of course, coming out and say that. But yeah, but yes, it was truly Tom and Jerry was the real influence for the Gear 5 ma Gear 5 ability of Luffy in the story and all that. Even though Luffy, I would say a little bit. His fascination with all meats and all that is a little bit makes him a little bit weird at the same time. But I get it. That's part of his favorite hobby and all that stuff. So yeah, it But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wanted to share my excitement about Oda saying Tom and Jerry is the influence for Monkey D. Luffy's Gear 5 recent ability, Luffy's recent ability, Gear 5, and all that through his devil fruit and all that stuff, which devil fruits are a big thing in the One Piece world if you've not followed on to it. But anyway, I think I'm done rambling about this part now, and this is Bubby Wildfire saluting out. Adios, bye.